saying that some of the practices we cannot tolerate according to our Christian faith. Okay? In palms, card, we, as the Catholic Church, frown upon it because that's really focusing in on the dark side, that they think that they are equivalent to a god. That is not the case. This household will never be a unified whole unless she stops. So they're going to have to struggle in order to make their household hum. That being the case, it's going to cause conflict. Generally speaking, I think they're going to judge you. Everything. No tan fuerte porque es muy pronto.
Exacto.
Deja que la cosa corre. Let everything flow.
About what the deacon believes when it comes to introducing me to Manuel's family. I don't want to feel like I have to hide who I am.
You know, in life, we have an option. You know, so in life, we have choices, right? But you know what I find quite fascinating sometimes about life and how people want to conduct themselves in their life is how people forget something very, very simple. Something that we actually have now easier than ever. And to be fair, each day that goes by, it gets easier and easier and easier. We have something called a phone, okay? Obviously, that's my hand, a phone. And with this phone, it is our computer. And within the computer, in our phone, we have Google, Bing, all these other resources that can help us research certain things. So here's the thing. Manuel did not know that Ashley was a witch or did witchcraft, okay, before he moved to the States. Given the fact that they have known each other for several years, okay? It's not like they've known each other for just a few months or maybe just for a year. These two have known each other, what, from a space of maybe, what, about 10 years? Obviously, there was a big break where obviously they wasn't together, but they've definitely known each other within that timeline. And they decided to reconnect after the long break. And in that time, and in that moment in time, Ashley had a choice to tell him, hey, guess what? I am a witch. But she didn't. But Ashley always knew what religion Manuel was. And because she always knew his religion, she had an option, she had a choice to do research. Will his religion accept me for who I am and what I am? And after doing that, you know what she could have then done? After finding information saying that there's a high chance that they will not accept me, then she could have said to him, listen, before you come here, before you give up your life and I bring you all the way to the States, marry you and pretty much give you a green card, okay? I need to know my profession, what I do, who I am as a person, what represents me. Is it going to be okay? And then therefore, he could have made the choice to tell her no or yes, or it's a possibility. But he never gave her that choice. And now she wants to sit here, complain about how he's afraid to tell his family who she is and what she does. To meet the family. Now he's even more afraid of the fact that when they do meet, that she may say too much because he doesn't want her to say too much. The whole reason of this whole church scene was for him to prove to her that, listen, when we go and see my family in Newark, they cannot know this because if you tell them this, it will become a problem. And if anything, if we do tell them, it has to be a slow burner. Really and truly, however they tell him, I'm pretty sure the result will probably be the same, to be honest with you. But the fact is, though, this is a problem that Ashley has created for herself, and she has no excuse, and she cannot blame Manuel at all, because this whole conversation, this whole situation could have been dealt with before he even set foot in America, before they even got married, and before the green card was even an application. So really and truly, let's just say on the other side of things, that this man may be using her for a green card, which is something that I do believe to a certain degree. Well, I'm going to say this one. If he's using it for a green card and he does get the green card, guess what? Really and truly, can she look at him and be like, oh my God, you use me? Yeah, of course she can. But at the same time, though, it may have been avoided if she had obviously been truthful. Now, I'm not saying that necessarily, he would have said, no, I'm not coming if he was using it for a green card. But I'm just saying that at the end of the day, if she was truthful on her side the whole way through, she'd have less of a guilty conscience. But hey, this is Ashley. Ashley will do what Ashley does best, and that is pretty much not take accountability, run from the situation as much as he runs away from the situation, as much as he doesn't take account of the situation, and then what they'll do to solve the situation is not solve it, but just go straight to the bedroom or any place that they can get intimate just to forget this all happened. And then bring it back up a day or two later, or maybe an hour later after that intimacy. If anything, they should have gone to this church here, and they probably should have gone into the is it the sin booth, and what it was called, the confessions booth, that's it, and could have said, listen, I confess that I cannot, I confess that whenever there's an issue between me and my partner, we decide to have boom boom rather than actually deal with it. But nonetheless, though, pretty much they have wasted this man's time, because this whole situation could have easily been avoided if Ashley had, one, been honest from the very get-go, or at least two, done her freaking research. Either way, being honest would have still been the factor. Nonetheless though, let me know what you're thinking down below. And that's why she cannot keep coming at him, Emmanuel, and blaming him for not being honest, or for him being not being transparent, and for him not wanting to say certain things to the family. Because in this situation, she has caused the issue herself. At least that's my opinion. Let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.